these can transform this into this. And they can also do a lot more. I've been using the new SSL B dynamic modules for the last month, roughly, and I gotta say, I really like them. Because if there's one thing that SSL can do well, it is compression. So these BDIN modules are recreated versions of the original channel modules from the SSL 4000B console, which goes back all the way to 1976. And that's a lot further back in time than their current Dynamics module, the E series. When it comes to controls, for the compressor, you've got the ratio setting, the release setting, you can switch it to a soft knee setting, and a threshold with some primitive auto gain. More on that a bit later. Also, you can put the compressor in a de-esser mode by turning the ratio all the way to the right and the release all the way to the left. You can switch the gate to an expander. It has a range of 35 decibels. There's of course a threshold setting. And lastly, when you have two of these modules, you can link them together if your 500 series rack supports it. However, the controls are not the most important part. The most important part is of course how it sounds. So one of the cool features on this compressor is actually a de-esser. I can set this to DS and DS, and then it activates a sidechain filter, as you can see. And that sidechain filter only detects the S's and some pops, like the letter T as well, and only suppresses those. And that's a really cool feature that SSL has added. So quick comparison, SSL.
You don't care, no one measures up to you. One day soon you'll taste that medicine of yours, and karma will hit you hard. Oh, it's about to blow up in your face. Hella, yeah. Excuses causing bling while me.
So as I said, the BDIN has primitive auto gain, which basically just means that it increases the gain when you lower the threshold. So it basically is anticipating on some gain reduction from the compressor. And this is how the original worked as well, and SSL kept it as close to the original as possible. However, what is worth noting is that these, depending on the settings, need quite some gain to work properly. And that leads to a pretty high level on the output, which can become a problem if you're directly inserting it. So when you're connecting this directly to a converter. I had these problems, and the reference level of my converters is plus 24 dBu. Most converters cannot even do that. However, when I was using these as an insert on my console or within a chain where I can do some gain staging before and after, it was no problem at all. But you should keep this in mind. And well, yeah, that's it. I mean, how much can you talk about a compressor? A simple compressor like this one. There's not much to it. However, there's one more thing that I want to talk about. Because SSL did send me these modules and they don't need them back. I can keep them. And I've been thinking really deeply about this. Because as I'm always saying in my videos, I want to be as unbiased as I can. And receiving equipment that I could keep has happened a few times. For instance, with the Stem Audio 1176 clone. But it also happened with the Analog Heat from Electron and a lot of different headphones actually. And how I think about this is that this room can only contain equipment that I really like. My room isn't that big and I like to work very effectively. So equipment that I don't like or don't need shouldn't be in this room. And that's also why you're not seeing those headphones or the analog heat from Electron or the MP MIDI, which is by the way another thing that has been given to me, but I'm not using it. However, I don't think it influences me, because if something is bad, why should I be happy that I can keep it? I mean, I would throw it out of the room regardlessly. However, those are my thoughts and I can get locked up in my brain as well. So I want to know what you all think of this. Let me know in the comments down below with what you think of this. And honestly, if the majority of the community thinks it's not okay, I'm going to take these two outside and run a hammer through them, and afterwards buy a new pair of these retail. I mean, if that's what it takes to stay independent in your view, then I'm going to do that. I don't think it's very environmentally responsible, but I'll figure that out. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'll link my affiliate links in the description down below. If you're thinking of buying a set of these or something else, make sure to use my link. It's highly appreciated if you do. If you want to support the channel in a different way, you can do that by using the join button down below. As a member, you get early access to videos or access to some exclusive content depending on the tier you're choosing. Link an interesting playlist about that over here. Another way to support the channel is by watching more videos. Link an interesting video over here. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep pushing and bye bye. Did I go too fast or too slow?